chapter 6, the killing of demon Putana, verse 6 and 7. 5, 6 and 7, more exactly. So I will start by the verses 5 and 6, and then we repeat the last one, the 7. Tam Keshabandavya Shaktam Malikam Briyan Nitam Bastana Krisham Madhyamam Suvasasam Kalpita Karnabhushana Vishola Satkuntalam Manditananam Fargusmita Panga Visharga Vishiter Manu Karantim Vanita Vajokasham Amam Satam Bhushakarenarupinim Gopyashriyam Dashtum Mivagatam Patim. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. So we're speaking of the aspect of Putana. Her hips were full, her breasts were large and firm, seeming to overburden her slim waist, and she was dressed very nicely. Her hair, adorned with a garland of manica flowers, was scattering about her beautiful face. Her earrings were brilliant, and as she smiled very attractively, glancing upon everyone, her body drew the attention of all the inhabitants of Raj, especially the men. When the gopis saw her, they thought that the beautiful goddess of fortune, holding a lotus flower in her hand, had come to see her husband, Krishna. Text 7. Balagrahas tatra vinci vati shishun. Balagrahas tatra vinci vati shishun. Yadrichaya nandagriye sadantakam. Yadrichaya nandagriye sadankatam. Balam prayichana nijoru tejasham. Balam pratichana nijoru tejasam. Darsha talpegnim mivahitam basi. Darsha talpegnim mivahitam vasi.
Balagrahastatra vachipati shishun. Yadrichaya nandagre satat antakam. Balam prachichana nijoru tejasam. Tadarshatalpe gnima Vahitam vasi.
Like this.
Balagrahastatra vichinvati shishun. Yadrichaya nandagrihe satakam. Balam pratichana nijoru tejasam.
Balagraha, the witch, whose business was to kill small babies. Tatra, standing there, in Chinvati, thinking of, searching for, Shishun, children, Yadrichaya, independently. Nandagrihe,
Nandagrihe,
in the house of Nanda Maharaj,
in the house of Nanda
Asadantakam,
Asadantakam,
who could kill all demons,
who could kill all demons,
Balam,
Balam,
the child, Pratichana,
Pratichana,
covered,
covered,
Nija Urutechasam,
Nijamudijasam,
whose unlimited power,
whose unlimited power,
Dadarsha,
Dadarsha,
she saw, Talpe,
Talpe,
lying on the bed,
lying on the bed,
Agnim,
Agnim,
fire,
fire,
Eva,
Eva,
just like, Ahitam,
Ahitam,
covered,
covered,
Basi,
Basi,
within ashes.
within ashes.
Translation and purport by His Name Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. While searching for small children, Putana, whose business was to kill them, entered the house of Nanda's Maharaj unobstructed, having been sent by the superior potency of the world. Without asking anyone's permission, she entered Nanda Maharaj's room, where she saw the child sleeping in bed, his unlimited power covered like a powerful fire covered by ashes. She could understand that this child was not ordinary, but was meant to kill all demons. Purport. Demons are always busy creating disturbances and killing. But the child lying on the bed in the house of Nanda Maharaj was meant to kill many demons. Amaganatiminandasya Gyananjara Sharakaya Shachurminitayena Tasmai Shri Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Vishtam Sayarubhaktamayatane Alati Swamarantikam Me Krishna Karina Sindhu Dinan Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikakanta Nakantanamastate Tapta Kanchana Gorange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Krishna Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Chakarpata Ruvyasha Kripa Sindhu Yaivacha Patitana Vaishnavibhyo Namaha Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we are entering the childhood pastime of the Lord, playing with the Gopas, his little friends, his parents, the Gopis as well. And here we are being introduced to Putana, the first of those demons. And he dealt with the Lord chose to deal with her in a playful mood, in the sense that all the demons killed by Krishna in his childhood were like, let we say, playing with puppets, or, comment on dit, des marionnettes. Puppets. Yeah, they were playing, he was playing with puppets. Later on, when Krishna moved to Mathura and then to Dwarka, he assumed also the same role of killing so many demons, but in a different way, as a Kshatriya king with opulence, with a lot of grandeur, you know, with many soldiers, sometimes alone, but displaying the strength of so many warriors, like when he killed Jarasanda's army with Balaram. He went alone, and he did this, I don't know many times, but 16 times, 18 times, something like that, single-handed. So here, with Putana, the way he dealt with Shakatasura, Bakasura, Jomasura, so many asuras, remarkable by the so many power, so much power they could exhibit. He killed them as a child, playing with them. So that's the mood of Krishna in Vrindavan. He is playful with his girlfriend, his boyfriend, his parents, but with the demons also. So it is also worth noting all these demons have some incredible powers where they could fly in the sky and assume the form they wanted. So we saw how it was still possible for some yogis to do the same thing. And if we read the life of Rasikananda, who was a disciple of Shamananda, yeah, his samadhi is situated near Damodar Mandir in Vrindavan, in front of Shamasundar's deities founded and found by Shamananda. So this Rasika Prabhu, who has some mystic power, he could tame a crazy elephant. And sometime in his village, someone came and told him, hey, you know what? A guy came and he can fly in a stick. Let's have a look on it. Let's go find him. So Rasikananda, he was in a joyful mood. He said, what's the matter? It's common. He took a toothpick, tip. These little branches we use for the toothpick. Yeah. He took a toothpick and he turned on it around in the room, displaying his mystic power. You see, it's nothing extraordinary to fly on the. Of course, for common men, it's extraordinary, but for a pure devotee imbued with all the facilities and all mystic power, it is peanuts. It is nothing. So here we can see that it looks something important to have supernatural power. But in the eyes of Krishna and Krishna's devotee, it's peanuts. It's much more difficult to get the mercy and participate in the pastime of Radha and Krishna than to develop some mystic power that will end one day or another, because they are material. So here we see that the author explained that she was able to enter because in Nanda Baba's room, where Krishna was lying, sleeping, she was able to do that because she was sent by the superior potency of the Lord. It means yoga, your Maya, acted in such a way that the Rajpati allowed this unknown, beautiful woman to enter in Nanda Baba's room. So we can wonder how it was possible. She didn't ask anything. She went straight, assuming that because she was beautiful and with nice body, nice arrangement, nice sari, nice everything, she seduced the one of the Brahmashri, particularly the men, Rajbasi men, who didn't say anything when she went straight to take baby Krishna. So it was arranged by the superior energy of the Lord. And also the verse that this demon, this yogi demon, could perceive the extraordinary aspect of the Lord, of the child, and she could understand that it was a kind of Lord, a kind of personality that was supremely powerful. But still, she was on duty. Then she proceeded on taking him for sucking poison and milk from her breast. But she could understand that this boy was the real boy she was looking for. And she could understand why Kamsa was fearful about this boy. She perceived by her mystic power, she could understand, she could not understand the divine nature of Lord Shri Krishna because she was Asuric, but she could understand to some extent the power of this little boy. And the point is that she was allowed to do a certain pastime with the authorization, let's say like that, of the Lord. Actually, she was partaking a type of rasa like so many demons, Vibhatsa rasa, an exchange of sentiments with the Lord that is shocking. So in the Veda it is described that there is 5 rasas that are tasted by the Lord with the devotees. That you know them. They are Shringar, conjugal, Dasya, servitorship, Sakya, fraternity, Natra, Santa means you are appreciating glories of Krishna, and Vatsalya, parental. So devotees and all those, but there is on the world there is 12 rasa that the Lord exchange with different persons in the spiritual world, but as well in the material world. So the 7 others are as follows: Rudra, anger; Adbhuta, wonderful; Asya, comic; Vira, chivalrous; Daya, merciful; Bhayanaka, ghastly; Vibhatsa, shocking, and that's it. So Kamsa also was partaking of this relationship. Vibhatsa, shocking, because they were smashed. That's the case. So these rasa are, these 7 extra rasa are exchanged with some high personality in the material world. You don't find them in the spiritual world. The 5 rasa that we know are exchanged in the spiritual world, but material world also. But the 7 that are that looks a little against the Lord are accomplished in the material world only. Because it cannot exist any sense of reciprocation that doesn't exist in Krishna. So if it exists in between ourselves in the material world, it must be existing in the person of Sri Krishna. But it is exalted and displayed in the material world with these 7 particular rasa. These are called secondary rasa. Rudra, Adbhuta, Asya, etc. The position of the living being is just to serve. So these demons, they serve the purpose of Krishna, wanting to display such relationship that he doesn't exchange with his intimate devotees in the spiritual world. So the purpose of Krishna or other incarnation is also to exchange with some almost devotee, let's say it like that, this relationship that are called as secondary. So Kamsa was also exchanging of rasa, secondary rasa, in this mood of bibata, shocking rasa. So Srila Prabhupada explains that this rasa is like zest. It means when you make a shrikan, sometimes there is no enough of this zest, perfume, that makes shrikan particularly agreeable. So you can put camphor, you can put the zest of the lemons. It becomes, after a few days, it becomes very tasty. And you can put saffron. It's a perfume from a flower. Also, after some time, it becomes very tasty. So like that, this zest is that give Krishna some taste. And that's the food of Lord Krishna in between all his exchanges in between his devotees. And some inimical, so-called inimical person also in the material world. Because we see that after all, in our lives, that what gives us the most impetus and the most taste is to exchange relationship or rasas with other persons. So the devotees, they choose which person to exchange, and they naturally exchange with other devotees. And that, because Krishna is the center, it makes it relishable and ever new and fresh. Whilst you exchange with a person who are absorbed in mundane talks, you avoid, because you feel it is hollow, tasteless, and like chewing gum already chewed so many times. So it is hollow, it tastes hollow. So the devotees are interested in a relationship that is not hollow, but is full, and they like this relationship. Similarly, Krishna likes this relationship when it gives him pleasure to exchange relationship in between the gopis, the gopa, and the Vrajbasi. That's the food of Lord Krishna. So Krishna appeared to Kamsa as death personified, or Putana, or so many other different. Because Kamsa or Putana chose to kill Krishna from the very beginning of his appearance. The same way, the gopi wanted to have Krishna as their lover, and therefore Krishna reciprocated with them as the most fascinating lover, displayed by the Madhurya Ras, or a transcendental paramour. So it induced the understanding that Krishna not only yatamam prapadante, he gives reward according to the way you abandon yourself to him, but like a mirror, he will exchange the relationship that you want to exchange with you. So this free will is there, that you can choose in which way you interact with Krishna. Of course, it is a little advanced. It's on the Raganuga stage when you are already defined the kind of role and exchange and rasa with Krishna. But you can have an idea, and mostly the devotees in the line of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, authentic devotees, are meant for exchanging intimate relations with Krishna, mostly in the Madhurya Ras, because that's mainly exposed in the prayer we chant in the morning. Nikunja yuno radikelit So all these verses are very embedded with this Madhurya Ras. And the whole writings of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan is directed towards this. So mostly devotees are trained in a Vedic Bhakti, rules, regulation, being accustomed to live in the environment of devotee temple like that. But to have access to some more intimate relationship, we must focus on religious pastime that are more intimate with Krishna. Because what is explained in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Tregunya Vishaya Veda Nishtregunya Vavarshino. Krishna says to Arjuna, who was stressing a lot of moral and good material argument for not fighting, he said, based on the Vedas, on the Varnashram Dharma, all that, okay. But Krishna he said to Arjuna, get up above this. And he had to preach a lot to not only Arjuna, but the Yudhishthira also, who didn't want to lie and say that Ashwatthama was dead. So it was told, the elephant Ashwatthama died. And then Drona was killed. And then the chariot of Yudhishthira started to roll on the earth. Once before, he was flying like the devas. The devatas, they don't walk on earth. They look like walking, but they are floating, and they don't live in prints. So Krishna exchanges some relationship like that. So that's the taste that Krishna wants to exchange with the devotees. Of course, we have to understand that to get this relationship, we must understand that Krishna is a person. And this requires quite some sadhana to understand he's reciprocating as a person. To understand the personality of Godhead, we must read a lot of the Krishna book on that. And understand how Krishna wants more intimate relationships. That's the desire of Krishna. He likes, of course, devotion on ashram dharma. There's plenty room for that. But his intimate aspiration is to exchange more intimate relationship. And that was exemplified by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was relishing some separation in a very deep mood, like the gopis were exchanging with Krishna. So this separation mood is exemplified by mostly the 6 last years of that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spent in Gambhira, in a place where you go in pilgrimage to Jagannath Puri. You ask where is the Gambhira, and you will find it. A small, there's a big yard, big house, but inside the Gambhira itself was quite a small room. That was the whole of the universe of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, physically speaking. But internally speaking, it was an ocean, and he would discuss of intimate pastime with Ramananda Roy, Swarup Damodar, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, the whole of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. Actually, when Krishna says to Arjuna to go above the 6 gunas, then you are in the spiritual realm. But inside the spiritual realm, you have Goloka Vrindavan. And inside Goloka Vrindavan, you have the intimate core of the Gopas, and mainly the Gopis were even more intimate. So, like that, what has written, the Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita are even transcendental to Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is transcendental to the three gunas. Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita are even more transcendental, more intimate, and more transcendental, we could say it like that, than Bhagavad Gita. And what has written the sixth Goswami is even more transcendental and more hidden, in a way, than what is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Charitamrita is like an introduction, like un trait d'union between Srimad Bhagavatam and what has written the six Goswamis of Vrindavan. So we are like that, you know, the puppets, the Russian puppets. I speak a lot of the Russian, and they do this, I don't know the name in English, des poupées qui s'emboîtent. How you would say it? Matrika? No Russian here? No, not yet. You know these puppets?
Oh, yes.
One inside another,
Yes.
inside another. So you see this kind of game. You have a big puppet, you open, you have the same a little smaller, then smaller, then you arrive to the... Huh?
Babushka.
Babushka?
Russian babushka.
Russian babushka, let's say. So like that, so the Vedas is the big babushka. Then you have Bhagavad Gita that gives the essence. Then you have Srimad Bhagavatam. Then Chaitanya Charitamrita. Then you have the what I've left, the six Goswamis of Vrindavan. The key to open the treasure of love of Godhead in Vrindavan. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came with his associate in order to give what has not been given for a long time. Long time is 1 day of Brahma. That's quite a long number. Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma. There's many Krishna also, but they don't display the same pastime as the Krishna that we know. And after Krishna, the Krishna we know appeared Chaitanya Mahaprabhu once also in a day of Brahma. So this key, or this access to the intimate, the core of Vrindavan, is just given sometimes, and it is Krishna chose to give them to the fallen ones. We are like refugees here in this material world. En cavale. Comment on dit en anglais? You are whipped by the trident of Mother Durga, and we are flying from one body to another one, trying to find a way to mitigate and minimize this three gunas trident. And human form of life is dedicated, should be dedicated to counteract definitively forever this trip that we are undergoing in the material world. Refugee means you are not in a peaceful situation, and you are always with police behind you. So there is police, there is ambulance, there is fire, and always when you are in South Street, there's a concert, you have the planes waiting for Heathrow to land. You have the police, you have the ambulance, you have the firemen, and you have the people, so many talking, like in a poulailler, there is heads, so many people here and there. So you are harassed by that. So it's a great sacrifice that the devotees they do when they understand this philosophy. And they preach, that's the purpose of preaching. Of course, when you are in a countryside, you are a little aloof. You are in the goodness because you are the country, and you transcend goodness because you live in a temple or close to a temple. So this mitigates and gives many assets for cultivating Krishna consciousness. Time is short. We don't realize the hair growing gray so quickly. We should take advantage of this knowledge, but also of the knowledge given by the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. So when Krishna appeared, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came with his companions, intimate companions, and specifically with the Panchatattva. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda, and Advaita are the main Prabhus. There is one Mahaprabhu and there is 2 Prabhus. Means all of 3 are Vishnu Tattva. But Advaita Prabhu and Nityananda Prabhu play the role of being in a rasa of servitorship of Krishna. And all other, even they have position higher, this, they are subservient to these 3. So Srivas is the topmost devotee, and we celebrate his appearance day today?
Appearance, yeah.
Or disappearance?
Appearance.
Day. So Srivas was in a form special because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chose to appear and reveal himself to him, specifically in his house, privately, and gradually expand this process of chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Ram to everyone. So Srivas was a little allergic to Nimai because he was not a devotee, because Nimai was not playing the role of a devotee at this time, while Srivas was a staunch devotee. So he would say to Nimai, you have all nice quality, everything, but the only thing that is missing in you is being a devotee. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai, at this time, he said to him, don't worry. I hope something will change in the future. So he was foreseeing and telling Srivas that something is about to change. And actually, when he came back from Gaya, initiated and already maddened with Krishna, Krishna, Krishna everywhere, it was a big rumor in Navadvip. Nimai has completely changed. He became mad and running after Krishna everywhere. So the students were amazed of the changing that took place. And then Srivas was also amazed. One day he was worshipping Lord Nishingadev, and early in the morning he heard Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It was Nimai that was knocking at his door. I'm here. I'm the one you are offering your stuff to. Come, open my door. Open the door. So Srivas was amazed, and he saw Nimai, but it's a different Nimai. It was Chaitanya. He had changed so much. He had difficulty to recognize the same personality he knew from before. And from returning to Gaya, the pastime completely changed. And he started to promote the Sankirtan movement by tasting it in the company of Srivas and his intimate companions. Advaita was there. Nityananda came later on. But one of the Sankirtan movement started in the house of Srivas Thakur. That was a big house with plenty of servants. And they even did a kirtan that lasted 72 hours, 3 days. 3 days, 3 nights, without interruption. So absorbed they were tasting the holy name of the Lord. So it was an incredible fact that was amazing everyone, so that many people they wanted to be part of it. But it was at this time, at the beginning, it was closed. It was just in between intimates. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started his movement like Krishna, like here, like fire under ashes, discreetly. But then after some time, the ashes reveal their real potential, and then fire comes up, and then everyone recognized, wow, although he was blocking his ears, don't tell me Vishnu, don't tell me I'm Krishna, because he was playing the role of Chanavatar, hidden avatar. So that was the way of preaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to display the role of a devotee, because the humor, the internal rasa of Srimati Radharani is that of a servitor, a loving servitor. So Krishna explained, Srila Prabhupada explained here in this book, a purport, a nice purport, where he explained that Krishna bifurcated in 2 persons, Radha and Krishna, and then reunited them again in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Srimati Radharani is not exactly an expansion of Lord Krishna like Baladeva. It is not described like that. It is described another aspect of Krishna. Like fire, you have the aspect light and you have the aspect heat. They are inconceivable, separate and united at the same time. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the combination of these 2 apparently separated personality, Radha and Krishna, in the same body. That's why the hue of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is golden, because his heart is golden, because his heart is in the mood of Srimati Radharani. That's what gives the color of the body. So, like that, we can appreciate the pastime of Lord Shiva and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So later on, when it became known intimately in between the disciple and the intimates of Srivas Thakur, that this person was no other than Krishna, then the Sankirtan started to spread by preaching door to door and going in the town, chanting the name of Hare Krishna and Hare Rama. But everything started with Srivas, who is considered like the head of the devotees. These are a few quotes from Chaitanya Charitamrita, where it is explained in chapter 7, the glories of the Panchatattva, and explaining the nature of the Panchatattva. Panchatattvamakam Krishna Bhaktarupam Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. A lot of Bhakta in this verse. Bhakti, Bhakta, Bhakta everywhere. Let me offer my obeisances unto Lord Sri Krishna, who has manifested himself in fire as a devotee, expansion of a devotee, incarnation of a devotee, pure devotee, and devotional energies. So Nityananda is a personified spiritual bliss of Satchitananda Vigraha. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called Bhaktarupa, the form of a devotee. And Nityananda Prabhu is called Bhakta Swarup, expansion of a devotee. Sri Advaita Prabhu, the incarnation of a devotee. So he is also Vishnu Tattva and belongs to the same category as Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There is also different types of bhaktas and devotees on the platform of neutrality, servitor, friendship, paternity, and conjugal love. So those who are devotees to Lord Nityananda Advaita Prabhu are generally partaking this relationship of servitors, servants, paternal love, and dasya, servitor love, parental love, Shanta means neutral also, and the fourth one, but not conjugal love. Conjugal love is specifically the devotees who are relating to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the pastime, the final pastime in the Gambhira are with devotees who are in conjugal love. And also like the devotee who went to preach with Nityananda, well, the Gopals, the Sakyarya, that was looking, Sakyaras, those who were, there were 12 Gopals following the preaching of Nityananda Prabhu in Bengal. And they were endowed by him also with the same power as him. His preaching was very, very simple. You embrace someone and it got flooded with, like we saw here, ecstatic bliss. Like Abhiram Das Thakur, same, he had a special whip. He would whip someone and this person was flooded with ecstatic bliss. That was the preaching of Nityananda Prabhu and his friends, the Gopals, main Gopals. So Srivas Thakur doesn't appear so much in pastime, later pastime in Jagannath Puri. He had a role in Navadvip when starting, a prominent role when starting the Sankirtan movement and starting to preach to the Navadvip Vasis. Shivasadi yata koti bhakta gana, Sudha bhakta tadvam madhye santabaras ganana. There are innumerable pure devotees of the Lord headed by Srivas Thakur, who are known as unalloyed devotees. The devotees headed by Gadadhar Pandita are to be considered incarnation of the potency of the Lord. There are internal potential devotees engaged in the service of the Lord. There may be some comments or additional questions or like that. Yeah. So.
Hi, Krishna Prabhu. You're speaking about the 6 Goswamis, and obviously we come through the line of Rupa Goswami, in my understanding. So read Nectar of Devotion. What are your recommendations actually for specific books
So,
from the six Goswamis?
so it was.
What is the recommendation of which books from the Goswamis should we read?
Yeah. Which book of the six Goswami? Then we
Books.
we recommend really reading deeply Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is the key to introduction. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, you will find a lot of references to other books,
This is Prabhupada's book.
like, of course, the Nectar of Devotion. That is a compilation available for us Westerners of the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu.
No, these are Prabhupada's books. Books written by the six Goswamis.
Yeah,
What books do you recommend written by the six
yeah,
Goswamis?
this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which is the nectar of devotion. Then you have some other books that are written also by the six Goswami. Brihad Bhagavatamrita, where he explains clearly the difference, different realms and rasa exchange in a variety of the spiritual world.
I have this.
Yeah, you have Manashiksha, or to aid instruction to the mind, or to destroy our internal demons completely, and to frame our mind in such a way as to being agreeable to Srimati Radharani. So Manashiksha is important for the devotees because it gives you a way how to perform, in which mood to perform your devotional service, or to become completely change of the heart. Then you have other books. This book also is very nice. Shri Prema Bhakti Chandrika. It's like a Partan. It's written by Narottam Das Thakur. And in general, the song of the six Goswamis, or those who appear just after, like Narottam Das Thakur, is also to be learned. How they pray and how they sing their way to all they are mendicant of the mercy of the six Goswamis and Srimati Radharani ultimately.
Could you just summarise that again?
Well, when you mention that Nectar of Devotion is written by Prabhupada, is that what you said? That's what
It's a
you said.
summary of
Actually,
Bhakti Rasam.
the Bhakti Rasamrita Sutta is written by Rupa Goswami
Yeah, it's a
and
summary.
commented by Srila Prabhupada.
Yes.
But some of those Goswami's books were not commented by Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah.
He didn't have the time, obviously.
Yes,
There
yes.
are hundreds of books by the Goswamis. Just Srila Jiva Goswami himself has written tens of books.
Yes.
So
My
who is trying
understanding
to...
is this is actually where the nectar is.
Yes.
We are
There are some books that are very confidential. also.
Confidential.
Like Rupa Goswami, Madhurya Kadambini. It's a very confidential discussion of Madhurya Ras. So I think progressively, you have to read those books with the proper intentions.
Yes.
Yeah, Srila Prabhupada actually wrote Nectar of Devotion with a condensed replica of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which is a notion written by Rupa Goswami. So he made it available, and actually before, now it's different, but before you were reading it before chanting the Mahamantra Hare
Bhakti
Krishna.
Rasam Sinda, the second was
Brihad Bhagavatamrita is very important also for devotees to read.
and
Manashiksha, 8 prayers from the core of the heart to get rid of duplicity or the tendency to one position, or that are subtle anarthas that are still
It's
in the kitchen.
Sorry, excuse my
Not to
English.
brush.
Mana Shiksha.
Mana means mind, Siksha is instructions, so these instructions to your mind. Mana Siksha.
Mana Shiksha.
Yeah, by Raghunath Das Goswami.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu.
Also Pratana
Uh,
and Shri Prema Chandri Bhakti Chandrika.
Shri
It
Prema.
is said in the foreword that this book is distributed between 500,000
Bhakti
exemplary each year, or 1 million exemplary each year in Bengal. It's a very, very popular
Shri
book
Prema Bhakti
among
Chandra.
the devotees in Bengal.
There was one more, Mana Shiksha. Mana Shiksha.
Patan also, the songs. There's many, actually, it's different sections, and so some commentary also written by Srila Prabhupada in this version of the book. You have different purport and commentary which are important. I have another book of the same, but it's just the text itself. And it's important to have the commentary of the male sannyasi and devotees of ISKCON. Mana Shiksha Shre. It's a little booklet, that's 8 prayers. But if you get the big book with commentary of Bhaktivedanta Goswami, Shivaram Goswami, what have written Srila Prabhupada, and some other commentary like Baladev Vidyabhusan, you have some different commentary, then different angles of vision that allows you to really go into the text, because it's very condensed and hermetic for our materialistic tendency. Kantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Kantara Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Gora Prema.